Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm George and I am ill. I'm ill. My voice is going. I've got like bunged up nose. My throat is closing up, and yes, I feel kind of okay though, but I just feel like ugh, you know. So it came on like the other day, and I was like, oh, never mind. Anyway, yes, I am a full-time reseller, and I pick up things for cheap and I sell them on online platforms like Vinted, eBay, Depop, Etsy, la da da da. If you've already been here, you kind of know the spiel. So, today I'm going to be doing a review of my February. And I do these every single month at the end of the month, and it's just kind of like going over my numbers a little bit and trying to be, give you an idea of what I pull in as my 9 to 5, my full time kind of like job. Just bear in mind I'm going to sound like this all the way through the video, so I do apologise. Some things can't be helped, but just enjoy. So, as ever, I'm going to go over a few of my favourite sales of the month. Not necessarily the most profitable or the best or even the worst. It's just my own personal favourites. So I got two DC pair of jeans. They both sold on Depop, funnily enough. One for £13, one for 21. I got them for £1 each at the car boot not too long ago. And yeah, there was a lot of interest in one of them. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm happy with that because I only paid £1 each. Okay, the far left shirt is a Fjallraven, and this is the second one I sold this month, and also the last of the big bundle of Fjallraven that I got from the kilo sale, which probably brought me in it owes me £3.80, and two sold this month for £48.50 and £38.50 respectively. The Grand Theft Auto, I think all Grand Theft Auto stuff is peaking at the moment because of the new one coming out soon. This is like a special edition, like strategy guide, and that I think that owes me like £1.99, and it sold for £54 and 50p. The little bag, it's like a Deathly Hallows bag, a Harry Potter Deathly Hallows bag, and I saw it and it was like really smart. It wasn't brand new, but I don't think it had been used, but it was £4 and that sold to America I get £31 and 49p, and I think they spent like, is it like £30 extra for like postage? So they must have spent like £50 or nearly $60-70 just on this handbag, which is crazy. The Bollinger 007 champagne holder. That was a bit of a find. I got it for a tenner, and it's an empty one. I think if you've got the bottle, obviously not with the contents, but like even with an empty bottle, it can crack 100. I got £49.50 for this one, so I am happy with that. Okay, I finally sold this jelly cat, which has kind of been sat around for a while. It's one of those really rare mini ones with like the turtleneck kind of like look to it, and it's got like that teddy kind of like feel to it. I think I paid 50p for it, if I remember rightly, and it is sold for £53 and 50p. And if I go to the far right, the jug is a Silvac jug, and I've got it from the car boot. I think it was 3 for £1, and it's like a 1930s or 1940s style one. And I actually had it for a challenge ages ago, and it hasn't sold until today. Until earlier on in the week anyway. And that sold for £42.52, so I'm happy that's gone. Really happy, because it's like, ugh. Now, the robot in the middle, I spent 20p on it at the car boot, and it is a very rare little plush, and it's like a mascot for the digital switchover that happened. Was it in 2007 or 2008? I can't remember, but this was basically the mascot. And I got it for 20p, and it sold for £53.50. Yes, exactly. Bit of a bolo. I got some folk pants for £3 and I sold them for £34.50. That jigsaw puzzle, I think I've spent like £1.99 on it, and that's gone for like £25. The Laura Ashley wallpaper, a classic. I got this bag at the jumble sale, and I can't remember if it was £1.50 or £2, but I think it might have been £1.50, and that has sold for, if I remember rightly, where is it? Oh yeah, £53. So that's pretty good. Okay, on to the dailies now. These are my, obviously what I pulled in. Now, remember, this is turnover. It is not profit, like net profit. I'll go into that in a bit. But yeah, my turnover is everything that came in on eBay that day. So as you can see, it has its ups and downs, and it doesn't include Depop or Vinted or anything like that. It's just purely eBay, this chart. See, this is what's really annoying about February. It's such a whiplash, and it's like I had one of the biggest days ever on the second week, the purple one on Sunday, and I had £274 and 82p on eBay, and then I think it was like £35 on Depop. So altogether, it was a £300 day, and I was like, yes, that's what I love. This is what I need. I'm loving it. And then literally like the next couple of weeks later, like a couple of weeks later, on the Wednesday, there should be like a blue tower there on the Wednesday. There isn't, because that was a no sale day on eBay. It wasn't. I think I sold stuff on Vinted on Depop, but like on eBay, I was like, oh. So yeah, it's not fair. So I always do the averages because to kind of justify this, I need to be making a certain amount of money every day. And technically, I kind of am at this point, but I want to try and hit £120 a day average every day. That's like my goal. That's like my personal goal. Right now, I've got it into my head 100, and I need to increase it to 120, maybe 150. But yeah, the first week was £83. The second week was 104. Third week was 124. The final week was 80, and this outlier, the pink one, that's just basically the 29th of Feb, which is like the only day in that week. So £165. That's kind of cheating though. But I closed the month out really well. £165. Thank you very much. I can pay my bill. So I really wanted to push Depop this month, and I kind of did. I beat January. I didn't beat December, which was like one of my biggest months, but I kind of came on par with November, which is nice. Literally on Depop and Vinted. Yeah, I think I sold more on Depop and Vinted, but I didn't bring in that bigger profit because I sold quite some heavy items in December. But yeah, so the Depop on February brought in £310 and 54p, and the Vinted brought in £143 and 50p. So that's like what 400 and like 55 quid almost, or yeah, sure, 454 quid. Which, to be honest, I want to try and make 500 from these sources of income. If I can make a flat 500, because I don't really list a lot on Depop and Vinted. I try and cross list. I've been cross listing more on Depop, but for Vinted I've just kind of left it, and I don't do clothing on Vinted. So I think my strategy is, now that Vinted Pro is coming up, I think I might start investing on it. Okay, so January 2024, it was one of my lowest months, but it wasn't too drastic. I thought it was going to really dip because I didn't do as much as work as I wanted to. But yeah, it didn't. It kind of like, it did dip, but not to the point where I was like, oh God, like pulling my hair out. I sold 120 items. My ASP was £22 and 83p, and my net was 1,500. All given pretty much my guesstimate net. I want to say guesstimate net. So this month, let's have a look. The item sold was 127, so I'm up 7 items. My turnover was 2,844, so it was like, what, an extra £100. But if you look at the fees, they are also like £100 up, because I have been pushing fees. Like, I've been pushing promotions like really hard on my lower value items, and they have been selling. And that is equated to my ASP holding steady, but it's still dropped by 43p. But it's still, I was kind of worried it could go below £20, but it hasn't. So that means my net profit is £1,469 and 85p, which is what is it? That's like £40, £46 less than January. I can live with that. I wanted it to be more, and I was working my ass off to get it like above January's, so I could have like continual growth. But yeah, it's not. I think I'm going to do well in March and April, because last year was like gangbusters. So yeah, it's not too bad. So February was okay. I think it's nice that it's holding steady. I want March to kind of go up a bit, obviously. But yeah, I was expecting a really big dip in January, and it did, but not by as much as I thought it was going to be. Last year, I think I did a bit better, but this year I was like, ugh. But like the February, I thought, okay, if I really do try, I can kind of get it on the pile because January and February are usually like really slow months. But I seem to have done okay. My ASP is kind of holding steady. So I would love to push that up a bit, but it depends on the item that I'm selling. Unfortunately, if I sell 1,000 low value items, the profit could go up, but then the ASP could go down. You know, one thing I am kind of disappointed with is my Depop. It's not that I'm not disappointed, but one thing that I was impressed with over the Q4 period was how much of a surplus, because I treat Depop as the cherry on top, and it was like the cherry was pretty big in November, December for me, and then in January it kind of went down a bit, but it was still like £300, like short of £300. So, and then this month, February, and then February was about £300. So, you know, it's still good. I think third party apps like Vinted, Depop, and Etsy, it's like if I can generate over £500, that's pretty good for me. But I want to push it because it's on my goals list, like to try and push it to be like £100 or more. So, so how was your February? Did you beat expectations? Did you beat January? What was your biggest sale? What was the thing you found sold the most? Let me know in the comments. I love the chat. So I'm gonna leave it there because I need a tissue. So thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.